Hello, Pisces. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your 12/12 video. We're getting closer and closer to the full moon. We're actually the 12th. If you're watching this video on the 11th, the 12th, the portal will be open. So you can do your full moon rituals. For those of you all who like to do full moon rituals, let's get into it. Talking to you wherever Pisces is in your birth chart. Let's go. Let's see what's in your cards. Let's see what's in your cards. Let us see what's in your cards. All right, soulmate. Somebody is your soulmate. Your souls have walked this journey together. Here we have the Two of Cups here. Here we have the Ten of Swords here. Here we have the Four of Wands here. Something about a man and a woman. Excuse me. Something about a man and a woman. We have the World card here. Something has complete. Something is complete. Here we have Two of Swords here. Possibly about you may have been indecisive about some things, but you and somebody will be finally just, like I said, closing out cycles and cutting some energies off permanently. We have the Six of Cups here. Yeah. So for somebody, it could be two fire energies. Could be. But something has been fulfilled. The cycle is closed out. It's closed out airtight. You're starting a whole new tradition altogether. Somebody may have inherited something, but here we have the Six of Cups here. The baton is being passed to you, right? So source needs you to make sure your vibration is something. You and somebody have inherited something. You and somebody have inherited something. Definitely some gifts, some creative gifts, right? And that maybe you and somebody were both cut out of. Like maybe you and somebody were cut out of those gifts, and you all have both inherited actually those gifts, and probably weren't even made aware. Probably didn't even know what the heck was going on. So much stuff. People were just keeping somebody in the dark about some stuff. Didn't they tell you what was going on? So it looks like some energies may be visiting you. Maybe a man and a woman may be visiting you, letting you know some stuff. A lot of people have been talking about people behind their backs. Lately, I'm seeing a lot in the cards. We're talking about the number 12 here. So 12 is a very powerful number. Whenever you see 12 in any form, whether it's 12, 30, 48, 57, 66, 75, 84, 93, 129, etc. I think in some of the readings I may have said 38. If you see 38, we know 3 and 8 is 11, right? So but it would be 48. So however you see 12, the light side of the number 12 means that you have selected a life of service and being invested in education on every level, from physical to spiritual. It means that you're highly creative and you must be able to express yourself. You're naturally affectionate and loving, and you strive to make the world a better place into which to live. You may need to give up something in order to achieve the knowledge and wisdom that you seek. So remember, you carry a knowingness inside within you. So look within when seeking a solution. So when you focus on expanding your spiritual and intuitive education, you reap success and experience happiness, right? So you may need to just make some cuts. Cut some energies off. Some energies who are on the dark side of 12. And some of the clues that you can look for are, energies who kind of sort of remain in that victim mindset, right? I think everybody may have been victimized, but some people really put the work in, the energy work, and say, I'm going to go within. I'm going to do the work. And the reason why maybe really things really coming up to the surface, because Chiron and Mars are retrograde. And that's just creating all kinds of havoc in people's lives, because Mars is that total recall planet, and that's total recall as far back as you can remember. And then Chiron goes to your deepest spiritual wounds. So if you have unhealed wounds, and they just been sitting there, you've been holding on to them for long, then you may end up on the dark side of 12. That could be um, a doormat, or just holding on to a lot of bitterness for a long time, right? So that's kind of preventing somebody from serving the way that they want to serve. You've been holding on to something for a really, really long time. So source is saying you definitely will not be indecisive. You will take action. You will just say, you know what? Let me just go ahead and cut some energies off. I'm not holding on to confusion. I'm not indecisive anymore. I just need to close out the cycle in love. I need to move on so I can move on to a different kind of life, right? So somebody may have new love coming across their path. That's if that's something that you want. Somebody could be moving. Like I said, you and somebody may have inherited something that you may not even know, right? So pour into yourselves. Pour into yourselves. So you definitely inherited a lot of gifts, a lot of creative gifts. So that's like somebody saying, here's the baton, here's some more gifts, like your intuition has heightened, right? And so that can be part of it for somebody, so that somebody's not sitting out in the house with a bunch of swords in their back, depressed, looking at their cell phone. Might be like, you know what? That's right. I do have options. All those people who talked about me behind my back, I can just cut them off so I can start thriving. Why am I going to sit around carrying all these heavy swords in my back? Let me cut them off. Take these blindfolds off and see how life is without them, right? That's the action somebody could be taking. You're creating a new tradition. Yeah, so somebody's saying, here, I'm passing the baton to you. Princess of Pentacles. Princess of Pentacles, right? So that may be something that, like I said, you and somebody may have inherited. It could be you and a sibling. It could be you and you and a loved one. I'll just put it that way. May have inherited that same type of a spirit. Y'all may be really, really gifted and talented, and people talk about you behind your back because you have that ability to tap into those gifts, those psychic abilities. And your sun sign doesn't even have to be Pisces. You just have to be that tapped into all of the placements in your birth chart. So your sun sign, your whatever can be in Pisces. If you're tapped in, you're tapped into that knowledge, right? That psychic of those gifts. But yeah, you and somebody could be now like, why are you gonna sit around the house just being depressed by people talking about you that say they love you when you could just cut them off? So that's the spirit that somebody's gonna have, so you can live a much better life. This is Princess of Pentacles. Somebody about to just live a much better life. Yeah. Here's the God card. There's an Aries involved. Yeah, somebody's basically like it's their way or the highway. So you're adding structure and authority to something. Yeah. Somebody is tired of the constant comparison. Somebody just tired of hearing the conversations about who's jealous of whom, who looks better, who's the better this and that. Like you signed up for something. Somebody's like, you're not. So you and somebody have inherited some gifts, and y'all both are like, we just cutting people off. Bye. Just goodbye. So yeah, so that's how you're going to see a lot of your wishes being fulfilled. You and somebody are soulmates. Like y'all, and the soulmates are not always lovers, just so we're crystal clear. Y'all a member of the same soul tribe. Like that this type of energy right here, this is right here. Cups energy is water. Developed between the ages of 8 years old and 14, creates a lot of jealousy in families. This sibling looks better than this one. This one is smarter than this one. This one has a bigger house than this one. This one has been married longer than this one. And that just grows and grows and grows and grows and grows until somebody says, you know what? I'm cutting everybody off. Taking the blindfolds off. I'm cutting people off. All they do is talk about people behind their back. Who's the better it is competing and comparing in the family. Just cut them off and start thriving. They start a whole new tradition. People just tired of hearing it. Because it sounds very immature to people who have done the energy work. That's a lot of work that you have to do. That's generational that you have to break through. The constant hearing you hear from your aunts, their siblings, the great siblings, the whatever gone back, second, third people removed, all whatever, y'all know the bloodline, those people. So after a while, somebody has to come through and say, no, this has to be a whole new tradition. It has to be a new tradition. It's just draining. That's why you see so much water there. It's spiritually just dehydrating. With all of that creativity, people are creating toxicity instead of creating, they create nightmares, actually. Whose child is the best? Who's the smart? Who looks the best? Who got the what texture hair? Who has the lightest eyes? I mean, like, what? Yeah. Yeah, so somebody is because of that, somebody's like I said, here we have the Two of Cups here. Yeah, because of that, somebody just decided they sick of mirroring spirits, and they just moved on. They got tired of just being in survival mode, and they just moved. Either you or somebody moved. Somebody just said, you know what, goodbye. They moving. Somebody just decided to move. They get tired of just being around a bunch of hot-headed energies that want them to be in survival mode, creating nightmares. Somebody just decided they're moving. They just stopped talking to people. They just moving, right? Somebody in the family, they starting a whole new tradition. So it could be you, because I'm saying the World card, you start a whole new tradition. That's not built on confusion. That's not built on confusion. So yeah, somebody has definitely, somebody's head and heart are no longer at war with each other. Somebody just wants more sacred bonds. But yeah, it's like you and, let me see. Yeah. Somebody has, it's like somebody's parents just created a nightmare. I don't know whose parents these were, but somebody's parents just created a nightmare of who was the best, who was this, who was that. Just that's when you have the Nine of Swords here. So and it could have just caused people to just stop talking to each other. Now people are on the throne, Queen of Swords here, helping people to adjust their crown. That's the direction somebody's going in, just helping people to adjust their crown, because two things have been closed out. I feel like somebody's getting ready to initiate some conversation, have some talks, add some structure and authority to some stuff. So some people may be putting some things behind them and just be like, what was all of that about? Like, that was kid stuff. Yeah, that's kids stuff. There's nightmares. Like we see if Freddy Krueger, red and green sweater, their Nightmare on Elm Street. It's like it's a nightmare, and it's very immature. Could you imagine saying, to little kids, and people still do it. Why can't you be like your sister? Why can't you be like your brother? And you got somebody sitting over there like, well, wait a minute, I guess I'm not good enough. Like, who in the world is still doing that? Creating all this competition. So yeah, so you'll know who's on the light side of 12 and who's on the dark side of 12. Because somebody on the dark side of 12, they still holding on to something. They still holding on to the childhood. Somebody, and they didn't even sign up for it. They still holding on to who's this and who's that. Passing it down to, kids and kids. A lot going on. So somebody saying you're moving on from something and you're never going back to that again. Or somebody saw some hot-headed action, something going on with somebody who has Aries somewhere in their birth chart. Could have been somebody that you was either married to somebody or somebody was married to somebody, but you're like, you don't like that kind of confusion. That's dark magician energy. Somebody it's their way or the highway. There's that bullying energy. So somebody saw something between possibly a father and a son that you ain't like. Somebody saw something between a father and son that you just didn't sit right in your spirit. So you're trying to move forward in childlike faith, but something didn't sit right with you. But something brought out the prayer warrior in you. So you're aligning with somebody that is you're aligning with somebody that you'll be praying with them. So y'all are closing out. Y'all are starting a whole new cycle, and somebody's going straight into prayer warrior mode. So money is coming across your path. So, yeah. So you could be holding on to something. You know, you could be holding on to something valuable, some valuable information about somebody. You know, that's going to make, you know, you and them, you know, like I said, legacy wealth. But yeah, you gotta be real careful with that, you know. But you and somebody have looks like something was passed down. Something was passed down. But yeah, that's what I'm saying for you also. Somebody's now going to know what the number, how powerful the number 12 is. 12. Yeah. 12. Yeah, that portal is open. So somebody's going to know just how powerful 12 is. So yeah, your mental health is just as important as your physical health. And you have the gift of precognition. That's foreknowledge. It's time to heal your wounded healer. That's your Chiron. You do need your time of birth for that. Somebody secretly has a crush on you. Pour into yourselves more. Let go, you know, and let God. But somebody is, you know, somebody regrets. It's like somebody. It's like, who is this person? It's a younger person. A younger person. Yeah. Yeah, younger person. So you're gonna start trusting your first mind. Yeah. The new one is extra special, so I could be entering into a new love interest if that's what you want, or a new hobby or a new something. But somebody's ex wants to return. I don't think that's gonna happen. Do the mirror work, root chakra cleanse. You're closing out the cycle in love. Somebody's not happy without you. Prepare for an increase in pay. Much better lies ahead. Throat chakra cleanse. Somebody's plan to disrupt your money backfired. Like I said before, you all have, everybody has to find their own star, and that's the purpose. That's purpose, right? But one thing you're not going to do is be out of alignment. If you feel like you've done the energy work, you've moved on from that competing, comparing who looks the best, who's this, who's whatever, right? But who's better, whatever. You didn't sign up for that as an adult. You're just like, okay, whatever. You're moving on from something. Definitely moving on from something. Divine Source, help me know that all of my deepest needs will be met. Let me trust that you have a plan and the right actions will come. You are my source for all. You are my source for all. You are my source for all. Yep. Because obviously somebody would have been signing up for a nightmare. So somebody's really ready to close out some cycles or fulfill something with, close out some cycles with some energies. But your commitment is being tested. So yeah, first quarter moon, and that's when we had a first quarter moon in your sign. So that's what you're saying. You're learning how to dream big again. You're learning how to, move on from energies that you feel like keep you in the dark about stuff. They don't tell you everything. They just kind of keep you guessing. You don't even know what's going on until something is sprung up on you. You just like, you know what? You're believing in your own star. So you're going back to the energies that believed in you, the sacrifices that you wanted to make. You're putting that list together. You're expanding it. There's some people along your journey in life who believed in you, and your creativity. You're reconnecting with some energies. You're reconnecting with some energies who believed in your gifts and talents. That's who you're reconnecting with. All that other chaos and confusion, nope. You want no parts of it because people are still on the dark side of 12. Still holding on to something, right? Sound healing. That's what you're into. 47. 4 and 7 is 11. Like if you're watching this video on the 11th, you've gotten off the fence. You stopped overthinking your emotions and said, I'm not making room for no more chaos and confusion and toxicity. Nope, not at all. Not at all. So yeah, definitely not going backwards. Somebody got what they needed, the information that they needed about some energies, and you moving on. Yeah, you are moving on. Moving on, moving on, moving on. All right, let's see what else we got. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Yeah, I think that's it. Hopefully that was helpful for you. Yeah, hopefully that'll help clear up some room on your gratitude list so that you can continue thriving, not being in survival mode. Yeah, but you and somebody are creating a very rich legacy, and that's a good thing. So abundance. I'm creating generational wealth for my family. The money I desire is mine. I now receive it with excitement. The more I give, the more I receive. There it is, abundance. So again, I'm talking to you wherever Pisces is in your birth chart, not just your sun sign. Hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully it was helpful. Hopefully it was helpful. Creativity. I'm a ball of creative energy. See, that's why all that water, because that's creativity right there, right? Creative ideas circulate my very being. I tap into all aspects of my imagination. I command my inventive skills to step forward. I connect it to my truest self. I am solution-oriented. My gifts create room for me. I am grateful for my innate gifts. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody is basically saying it's just like it's their way or the highway. It really is just their way or the highway. And for them, if they want you to, put a sash across your chest and wear a crown on your head like you're in a beauty pageant, I'm talking to men and women, however you identify, and that's not something you want to do, they go out and replace you. So Source is saying, hey, it happens in families all the time. Oh, this child won't do it, want them to do, okay, we're going to replace you with a sibling, whatever. So she's saying at this stage in somebody's life, you're like, hey, you're right, 10 plus 10 is 675. I don't like being drained. I need to go hydrate. Deuces, right? 27. That's not number 9 is situation. Death, rebirth. You're rolling out. You're gone. So yeah, so that's the number 12. There's a number 12. There's a number 12. Yeah. Somebody's just tired of just being drained all the time. Just like emotionally drained being around energies. So yeah, so you're just making room. I'm just trying to help you all on your journey as this is the last month in this cycle. The last month of the year. And this, we started out in a moon in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. That's your other ruling planet. And that is the planet of good luck, good fortune, expansion, horizon, and you have to make room. So the way you're making room is not being around energy vampires who want you to compete, compare, who looks best, who this. Nope. 777. You're in the flow. Yep, you're in the flow. So your purpose flows from within you, and everything that is being unfolded or being revealed to you is part of your purpose, a state of peace and calmness in your soul. Yeah. You all are the last sign in the zodiac, and it can be easily overwhelmed. And even if your sun sign is not Pisces, with that psychic abilities, just the floating between dimensions can be overwhelming. If you got a lot going on, if you're around energies that's just pulling you from every direction, you just emotionally dehydrated. How are you going to make room for creating something if you just dehydrated? You just dry. There's no flow of anything going, no flow of money, no resources, just no flow. No flow of creative ideas, constant mirroring, competing, comparing, stealing your creative ideas. You're just like, oh no. Nope. Gotta go. That is what I have for you. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully the number 12 is clearer to you all. And I will see you in the regularly scheduled videos. Bye.